I'm Gary. I'm the chairman of Afro Classics Register. Today we're here at Bromley Pageant. It's our annual pilgrimage here, actually. So we started as a club here many years ago. I think in 2017, and there were only 11 of us.
Wow.
And today we're here with almost 80 cars. So, we've grown quite a bit since.
It's staggering because I've been walking around your display here, and it's at least twice as big as I was expecting. Now, I'm pretending I don't know you, but I do. Of course, I covered your event 2 years ago. And I think at the time you may have had maybe 50 members. How many members have you got now?
We've got 150 members now, and we're growing. We're at the start of the season, so I expect by the end of the year we'll be up to about 200.
So what do you think has brought on that? Is this a recent spur of people joining the club? Was it during the lockdown, or is it as people come out of lockdown?
I think there's a need for a car that's focused on people of African and Caribbean descent. And the key there is it's about people of African and Caribbean descent. It doesn't mean black people, it doesn't mean white people. It just means people that share a culture together. And if you look at Africa, it's made up of all peoples. You look at the Caribbean, it's made up of all peoples. You look at Kenya, for example, there were Indians there.
Yeah.
And so they too can join our club.
It's actually really funny because we were talking earlier to a guy at the front of your exhibition here, and it was a white gentleman, and he was like, "Oh, I should join the club." I said, "Well, why don't you get one of those DNA tests? Because you might find that you've got some heritage, right?"
Well, he may well do that, but I think we'll need a bit more than that because, there are some that will say that we all came from Africa.
Yes.
But I'm not sure that the English guy is going to say he came from Africa.
Well, the other option is he could marry into it, right?
He can marry into it and come with his wife and his children.
So the other great thing about this club, there's a stream of E30s that I was looking at the back. You've got Volkswagens lined up at the front. We're standing next to an Audi. There's a Fiat Abarth. I'm not sure if it's an Abarth. There's a Fiat Abarth there.
Yes.
There's a Fox body Mustang. It's a real eclectic mix of cars.
Yes, well, what's important for us as a club is that we develop a community feel. And so our motto is, we make the club, not our cars. And another strapline of ours is that we're driving for change. Because if we can create a community that pulls together people with varying disciplines, we can then work out how we use those skills to better improve the outcomes for our community.
That's amazing. So there's activities outside of just the cars. It's an actual case of, I think, building an identity for people that are into cars, but actually in the wider spectrum again.
Yes, because the community is very important. Cars, in a strange way, embodies the human experience, because when a baby's young or just born, everyone loves it, it's beautiful. By the time that baby grows to 15, everyone thinks it's time to get rid of it, or it's just too problematic, which is the case with most cars. And the members in our club, or in every car club actually, have decided to put life and address some of those bad behaviours in the car by fettling it and stuff. And then a lovely classic is born again. So there is an afterlife.
Tell me, one of the reasons that the club was born, is it because you felt that there was a need to have something because maybe you weren't as welcome in other clubs, perhaps?
It was that in most clubs we've never, or my experience, and I belong to 3, I've never felt welcome. Well, I wouldn't say, I've never felt that anyone cared about me, or anyone was really interested in me, and I felt they treated me with suspicion. I got to a point where I thought, actually, that's my own problem. And then others have shared their experience, which is the same. So there is some truth. And why we've grown so much is that many of those people that have been marginalised in those clubs have found a home where they're with people that share some of the same values and experiences, and it's fun. We're not here just to look at concours cars. We don't strive to have them in most cases. Some people do, but it's about developing together and just watching our cars develop like a child. As we get advice on where to go, how to perhaps detail your car yourself, how to improve your carburetors, your injection system, your exhaust, and we've just built that community, and everyone appreciates it and trusts it.
It's amazing, it's kind of ironic because I've always felt from my own experience that cars are the sort of great unifier. They bring all kinds of people together because just for the love of cars. But one of the great things about your club is that there's a great atmosphere about it. It's not like you say just people standing around an engine bay. It's people having fun.
Yeah, no, because that is at the core of who we are. So our club is about bringing good vibes wherever we go, encouraging people that otherwise wouldn't communicate with us, because I think it's obvious that classic cars are deemed to be the preserve of the white middle class, and so some people are very surprised to actually see these black guys with some really wonderful cars, and it doesn't matter whether you're black or white, because black people have also, or people of colour have also been they've had the
car culture,
yeah.
They've always been into cars, and if you go around the world, you'll see that as well, won't you?
Yes. So, if you take, for example, Jamaica Classic Car Club, love them. They come from where my parents live in Mandeville. The array of cars there is just phenomenal, and the quality is unbelievable. So it's not just a British or US thing. And I've seen some of your videos, and some impressive cars have been there.
Awesome. How can people find you?
You can find us on Instagram, Afro Classic Cars, and on the web we are www.afroclassicsregister.co.uk. So just check us out, and if you have some comments you want to share with us, feel free. We're open to improving and meeting the needs not only of our members but people that come to our events.
Awesome. Long may you continue to grow. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Shadaz. God bless.
A big shout out and thanks to Jay Williams over at Air Technic, who are top tier sponsors of Brown Car Guy. Check them out at Air Technic Co UK for exhausts, brakes, suspension and body kits. Plus our other major sponsor, Nayagen Solutions. Much appreciation also to Tier 4 sponsors, Muhammad Ali Humaid, Tom Conway Gordon and Reza Adil. And of course all these other guys who supporting on Patreon. Brown Car Guy is eternally grateful. Hey, think about joining them over at patreon.com Brown Car Guy. If you can't, don't worry. Just make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and website. Plus follow on social media by searching for Brown Car Guy.